Uploaded to the CBS Philly News YouTube channel, this supposed ghost sighting managed to make local headlines. It occurred shortly after a fire destroyed part of the Brackney Inn in Brackney, Pennsylvania. As volunteers came together to help clear the rubble and destruction, one man, Matthew Halleck, decided to take a series of photos to help assess the damage. However, it wasn't until he reviewed the images sometime later that he discovered what he believes to be the outline of a ghostly face peering out from one of the property's windows. In fact, after viewing the photo for himself, even the inn's skeptical owner had to admit that he felt a bit more superstitious.
I was kind of freaking out about the picture because I looked in one of the windows like there was someone standing.
While many are convinced that the photo does indeed show something paranormal, other, more skeptically minded viewers are not so sure. They suggest that the ghostly face is probably little more than a trick of the light. While some doubt the photo's validity, it's long been thought that tragic events can lead to an increased level of spiritual activity. Wherever there's grief or loss, there's bound to be some negative energy left behind. Could this be the case for the Brackney Inn? We'll leave that up to you to decide. Short but unsettling, the next video on our list of scary ghosts caught on camera was uploaded to the YouTube channel Hauntings. The footage begins as the camera holder cautiously investigates a darkened outside area. While it's unclear exactly what's happening, it seems that some things grab their attention. Suddenly, a pair of glowing white eyes turn to face the camera holder. While definitely creepy, they could simply belong to some sort of animal, an owl or a cat perhaps. However, if you zoom in, you can clearly see that that's not the case. It seems that there's actually a human-shaped figure lurking in the darkness. They appear to be wearing a white dress or robe and have long black hair. In fact, the figure looks eerily similar to the classic depiction of the White Lady, a ghost that's been seen all over the world. If you slow the footage down, as the camera holder backs away, you can see the two eerie glowing eyes transfixed on the camera. While there's little information available about this video or where it was captured, there's little denying what it seems to show. Without further context, it's not possible to know for certain, however. So what do you think the figure could be? Is it a scary looking person hiding in the darkness? Or could there actually be something paranormal about it? Either way, this is certainly a very creepy video. Supposedly captured on a CCTV camera in a shopping mall in Mumbai, India, this next video shows little but suggests a lot. As the introduction to the video explains, rumours of ghosts and potential hauntings have long surrounded the mall. However, it seems that this might be the first time that anything paranormal has actually been caught on camera. The video itself is relatively short. The camera is focused on a pair of elevators, and the timestamp shows that the footage was captured a little after 2 AM on the 13th of June 2017. Seeing that that's in the middle of the night, it seems unlikely that there would be anyone else around. A few seconds into the video, the red chair in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen suddenly moves. It then remains motionless for a moment, before being violently pulled across the floor. It's obvious that its movement is the result of some unseen force, but whether that's something supernatural or just a piece of string too thin to be seen by the camera is unclear. So what do you think this footage shows? Actual evidence of a poltergeist haunting? Or perhaps a deceptive trick played by a bored security guard? While the authenticity of this clip is still open to debate, the idea that a ghost could manipulate an object with such force is certainly a scary one. During the late 1600s, more than 200 people were accused of witchcraft in the city of Salem, Massachusetts. 30 were eventually found guilty and many were subsequently executed. To this day, some believe that the city is still haunted by the ghosts of those condemned during the trials, and it's become a popular destination for paranormal enthusiasts. Salem's Mayor Kim Driscoll captured this eerie photo outside of one of the city's courthouses. In it, you can see what appears to be an anguished face trapped inside the lamppost. The mayor promptly posted the pic to Twitter along with the message, "Anybody else see a face in this light? Totally eerie, eh?" The tweet quickly gained popularity, with many viewers agreeing that there did appear to be a face in the lamp. In a city known for its paranormal history, sightings like this tend to have a little more credence than your average ghost photo. Memorials serve as a constant reminder of the city's dark and gruesome past, and it seems that if there were ever to be such a thing as a haunted city, Salem certainly has all the credentials. Is it possible then that this photo does show the face of a ghost? And if so, could it actually be one of the so-called witches who lost their lives at the hands of the angry Salem townsfolk? Or is it just a case of pareidolia? Love to hear your thoughts on this one in the comments section below. There's very little information available about this last video on our list. The footage seen here, uploaded to the YouTube channel Tech World TV, starts out focused on a man finishing up some cable repairs. He then begins to climb down the somewhat precariously placed ladder towards his partner, who appears to be doing his best to keep it from slipping. Up until this point, the video seems fairly uneventful. However, if you watch the clip a second time and focus on the yellow wall behind the man, you'll notice what appears to be a shadowy, transparent figure walking by. At first, its shape is a little hard to make out, but just as the figure exits the shot, you can clearly see its torso and legs. In fact, if you watch the footage very closely, it almost looks as though you can see the figure emerging from the ground, straighten its upper body, then begin to walk away. Another peculiar thing to note is that the figure doesn't seem to be a free-moving entity, but rather a disembodied shadow projected onto the wall. However, there's clearly no one around that it could belong to, which raises the obvious question, what could it be? Some have suggested that it's a shadow person, others a ghost. One thought it might actually be a guardian angel of sorts, overseeing the man as he makes his dangerous repairs. Whatever the case may be, there's little denying that it's certainly an unusual video. However, without further information and further context, it'll have to remain a mystery, at least for the time being.